Ladies and gentlemen, after an absolutely phenomenal game by Travis Hunter and the continuous dominance of Cam Ward, conversations need to be had. Also, Caleb Johnson running around the yard out there in Iowa. There's a lot of conversations about who deserves to be in New York when it's December. The Heisman race seems to be heating up in a great way, and I'm here push Travis Hunter propaganda. So in this video, we're going to see how the people feel, what the culture's feeling as a specific 5'5" murderous rapper would say. Well, beat murderous, you know what I'm saying? And then we're going to look at Travis Hunter's case for Heisman. We're going to look at Cam Ward's case for Heisman, the Gentrys of the world, as well as see what the Heisman rankings look like, and also take a peek at the total leaders just in different stats and areas and see what that path fully looks like. So first off, appreciate you watching this video. Please leave the like on this video if you like it, dislike it if you don't like, leave a comment and tell me who's your top 3 for Heisman, who's going to be out there in New York holding up that trophy, man. Thank y'all so much for watching these videos. Let's get right into it. Cameron Ward versus South Florida. Now it looked like a little bit of a struggle at the beginning of the game, turned into an outpour of yards. 404 yards, 3 tutters, 24 for 34, and an interception. Let's not leave that out. Cam Ward's only negative is that he feels himself too much. Pause. No, he just has a lot of confidence, a lot of swagger. He wants to and thinks that he can make every single throw, so that makes him throwing some throws that he shouldn't make, and that results in interceptions sometimes. Throwing across body and stuff like that. I don't think it's the biggest thing. I like the confidence. Clearly, 404 yards and 3 touchdowns, decently efficient day, is not the worst thing to do at all. He is, I think, someone who's going to start peeling away when it comes to Heisman, especially because Jackson Dart, although he does put up nasty numbers, and you'll see he's leading in passing yards, I just think he gets overshadowed because of the combined wealth of the defense being great and the offense kind of having some different things, and maybe a positioned way of how that offense is. But I definitely think that we're gonna have to start having some conversations about him as well. Obviously, everybody's talking about, and we're gonna get into his actual stats. Everybody's talking about Travis Hunter. Let's just look at his stats, son. Let's just look at his stats. I want to see. I was gonna see if I can see per game. You know what I'm saying? Versus Baylor, 7 receptions for 130 yards. I know he had a few tackles as well. And then, of course, he had the game-saving forced fumble on the year. Right now, he's got where's on the year? There it is. 37 receptions for 472 yards, 5 touchdowns, a carry for no yards. Well, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Does he also have his defensive? How do I see his defensive stats, dog? Boom. How about I go like that? Career rushing. Cool. There we go. Defense. Boom. 9 solo tackles on the year. 14 total tackles, 5 assists, no sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 interception. Not terrible, not awful. But when it comes to the impact on the field, right? And I think that's the issue. And I think that's where we get kind of confused. And I don't care, because I'm going to keep pushing Travis Hunter Heisman. I'm going to keep pushing the propaganda. But I think where we get confused is that we get MVP and Heisman confused, right? I think in an MVP case, Travis Hunter would be winning no matter what. Like, he'd be leading. But the Heisman isn't the MVP. The Heisman is the best player in college football. So when it comes to that, it's not just about impact. At least it seems that way, right? It's not just about one singular person being so great, unless they are so great that it's, extends past. But talk to the Christian McCaffreys of the world, right? Like you have to excel past just being a great person leading a team. You have to be the best on the platter. So you have to lead in places statistically. You have to be doing something, breaking some record. It has to be something mind shattering for, especially if you're someone who's not going to be a quarterback or a running back, especially that. I mean, what's it called? I was trying to think. When Devontae Smith won, he broke the record for like receiving yards, did he not? Or total receiving yards? Like, so it's going to take a lot of sauce to do that. Let's look at the actual Heisman rankings. Oh, by the way, I do want to take a peek at these. Everybody just, you know what I'm saying? Everybody shouting out my dude Travis Hunter. You know what I'm saying? Back 170, 2024 offensive stats. This was, I think, before the game. Yeah, this is before the game. So 1 interception, 11 total tackles, 5 touchdowns, make it 6. I don't think he scored a touchdown that, but he still had 170 yards. 130 yards, 7 receptions. So let's get into some of these Heisman rankings. Here we go. Mr. Andy Staples. I don't know who Mr. Staples is, but he has cornerback, wide receiver number 1, Colorado. Running back Gentry. That boy goes crazy. absolutely insane. And Cam Ward, Miami, I don't think this is a bad list. I do think all these commercials is a problem, though. Golly, so many commercials. I don't think it's a terrible list. Travis Hunter. Hunter caught 7 passes for 130 yards and made the most important defensive play of the game, forcing a fumble just before Baylor bagged Donovan Richard across the goal line. And then Ashton Gentry, Boise State cruise past Portland State, and Gentry averaged a brisk 11.5 yards a carry. We're going to get to it when it gets to stat. This dude is averaging 10.5 yards a carry right now. Golly. Ward went off for 404 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and a 50-15 win to USF. All right, Wizerman has number 1 quarter. Is this really this is on 3, so you know what I'm saying, take it with a grain of salt, but it's still interesting to see these pundits say these different things. So Travis Hunter at 1 again. Cam Ward, I think Cam Ward is my number 1 in my logical standpoint. It's Cam Ward number 1. Then it has to be I think it's got to be Jalen Milroe. I think it's Cam Ward, Jalen Milroe. And whoa. Cam Ward, Ashton Gentry, and then Jalen Milroe. I think that's my top 3 right now. But continuing on, Travis Hunter is going to be a battle, as we know, having a Hunter high on the list when Colorado starts losing more games later in the season because they're about to get smacked by UCF. But Hunter is probably the best player in college football, made a game-altering play. And, man, that's what I mean by, like, you can't, to win the Heisman, you can't just be the best player on your team and be the standout guy. You're going to have team success, not because you can't overcome that, but you're going to have the team success adds on to you being great, if that makes sense, right? You need to be so impactful that you're making teams great and your overall team has great success because it's only going to lead to more opportunities for you to be great. Shout out to Christian McCaffrey for, what didn't he break Barry Sanders' all-purpose yards in that year and not get it done and not get the Heisman? That I really felt like he was robbed, but it is what it is. Jalen Milroe, Alabama's quarterback, looked really good in a win over Wisconsin last weekend. If he's improved as he looks and it shows on the field next weekend against Georgia, Milroe Mania is going to take off. Jesse Samantan, he has Cam Ward number 1, number 2, Travis Hunter, Colorado State. Look, man, a lot of Travis Hunters popping up here. Miami's transferred another 400 yards, 3 touchdown night. He's playing with such swagger that he's telling the play where he's coming and he still can't stop it. I mean, come on now. Everybody wants him. Everybody knows about, what's he called, Travis Hunter. What's the last one I'll look at? Again, another one. Cam Ward, Miami. Travis Hunter, number 2, and Ashton Gentry. I mean, this is the list. I just, you know what I'm saying? This is the list. He cruised through non-conference play, looking like the top signal caller in college football through 4 weeks. He leads the nation in passing touchdowns and is second in passing efficiency, handling his business against UCF. I really think Cam Ward is the number 1. Did I say that? I hope I didn't mess up my list. It should be Cam Ward number 1, Travis Hunter number 2. Sorry, Cam Ward number 1. I changed my list again. Cam Ward number 1, Gentry number 2, Travis Hunter number 3. Book it. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible person. T-Pain 2024. I'm an awful terrible person because I switched my list again. Yeah. Sorry, that's my logical list. I apologize. My logical list, my real list is Travis Hunter at number 1. You know what I'm saying? Ashton Jeffrey number 2, Cam Ward number 3. But no one cares about that. Let's get into, now that we've talked about a few lists, let's get into some stat leaders and look at the landscape. We talked about this in our predictions, so let's pop at it again. Like I said, Jackson Dart with a comfortable lead in passing complete just yards. Cam Ward, close second there. Josh Hoover out there in TCU, they're going crazy. Shador Sanders in the top 5 yards. You know, they slinging around a yard out there in in Colorado. Emmett Brown out of San Jose State University, looking decent, looking good. Jackson Dart's name's going to start being thrown around in these Heismans once, I think, conference play starts. I think it's going to make things interesting for him. So I wish him the best. I will say that I was someone who did not believe in Jackson Dart. I didn't believe the hype. The previous 2 years, I thought he was just a surfer dude I thought he was a good quarterback. I thought he was a good college football quarterback, but nothing else that he can do. Right now, I think he's starting to turn some heads when it comes to the NFL boards, but it's going to really count on his conference play and how Ole Miss maintains their dominance if they can. When they get tested like Tennessee just did, if they respond like Tennessee just did, I think they're a top 3 team in the nation. But we'll keep moving and keep grooving here. Defensive tackles. Hey, if you like the defense side of the ball, you got Sean Dulac, Trey Rucker, Isaac Smith doing it big. Was my head covering this the whole time? It doesn't matter. You can see it. You know what I'm talking about. Rushing, Caleb Johnson. This is the guy I was talking about. Let's pop into his stats. 6 foot 225. He is a junior. Okay, that's why it took me so long. He's averaging 9.8 yards a carry. Not too bad, dog. 8.4 yards per carry, 9 tutters, 64 long, 7 receptions, of course, with 36. This dude is doing it big and doing it in a big way. 206 yards rushing, 173 yards rushing, 187 yards rushing, 119 yards rushing. This dude is the entire Iowa offense, at least the leading hammer of it. And he's having phenomenal things and making phenomenal things happen. So don't miss out on Caleb Johnson. If an Iowa player sneaks into the Heisman race, y'all better be out. Y'all better be looking out. Ashton Gentry. I just want to see it. Has he had a game where he didn't have 100 yards? Nope. So he started with 267, then 192, then 127. Literal video game numbers. Wow, no touchdowns against, I guess they took it easy on Portland State. They took it easy on them. 58, averaging 10.5. I mean, that's some Heisman numbers, if you ask me. Let's also take a look at Jackson Dart. Take a look at him, see what he's put together. 69 for, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. 95, 80% pass completion. I'm sorry, Jackson Dart. Averages 13.1 yards, 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 219 rating, getting the job done. I mean, what we got? We got 382, 12.3, 4 touchdowns, 377, 418. Now, they haven't played anybody yet. They have not played nobody, but it's still good to see that he's keep putting the foot on the gas there. Shout out Jackson Dart. He's another guy that might just slide up the Heisman rankings. Let's look at Shedeur Sanders real quick. This is the last thing we'll look at. 67% completion, 550 yards. Sorry, I keep looking at the wrong thing. 67% completion, 1340, 8.3 average, 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 157 for the rankings, 341, 310, 244, 445 to open up. He's been doing what he needs to do the way he needs to get done. And, of course, that amazing, miraculous win out there against Baylor. It's looking very awesome, looking very hard. But I think the biggest thing when we come down here to the defensive stats, the fact that, Caleb Williams only has 1 interception, so he's not high here. Obviously, he's a DB, so he's not going to rank high in the tackles. But I think that's something that's hurting him. It's also hurting him that he's not showing anywhere here in the top 5 in receiving yards. Like I said, you've got to be a standout guy. Oh my God, he's number 6. I should shut up. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and book him a ticket to New York. Never mind. I was thinking that he has more receiving yards, and maybe they play more games. He has more receiving yards than McMillan. But God, look at McMillan's average. Jesus. He has more touchdowns than McMillan. Yo, never mind. Everything I said was a lie. He's number 6 in receiving. Heisman him immediately. And then he is, because he has 1 interception. So I think he's probably top 10. And if he's top 10 in interceptions, we might have to have a conversation, Doug. If he's top 10 in interceptions, we might have to have a conversation. A lot of people at 9. Oh, no, he's not. He's not because everyone has 2. Everybody has 2. So he's going to be down here at 1. He's tied for 54. Well, he's 54th in the nation. So that's something. But we'll see how things play out. If he starts rising up this, interception board and then keeps consistent and stays a top 10 receiving yards. I didn't know he was top 10. That's crazy. But yeah, if he does both of those things, I think it's going to look good. I think Travis Hunter does have a path to the Heisman. The more that I look at it, the more deeper that I look in it. If he can finish high up on these touchdown list receiving yards and then grab a few more interceptions, dog, it's going to be hard to at least not stop him from getting to New York. But y'all leave me your thoughts in the comments. Leave a like on this video if you like it. Dislike if you don't like it. Who's your top 3 Heisman candidates right now coming into week 5? You be amazing. You be blessed. You have a great day. And we will see you.